Hello, everybody, and welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway for a very special edition of NASCAR.com GarageCam. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner, bringing you on an all-access tour of the garage area and looking at these special paint schemes all weekend long, and even the pace car with some remembrance. 600 miles of remembrance here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So this GarageCam is going to be a very special one as we give you a tour behind the scenes, and we pay tribute on Memorial Day weekend to those who we've lost. Folks, if you're new to watching GarageCam, look at this video right here. You'll see Chuck Bush right there, producer extraordinaire, Jonathan Merriman, and our own veteran right there that we're so proud of, Jamie Vansel. You look to the right of those guys right there in this video of Ricky Stenhouse's number 17, and you'll see a chat room if you're watching this show live. Hop in that chat room. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what you want to see today on GarageCam, and you know what? Have some fun. Let's all have some fun on a beautiful weekend of remembrance, and of course, a beautiful weekend to be an American. Ricky Stenhouse's number 17 car.
Yeah, this 17 car, it's got Jim Browning, Captain Browning, on the windshield. And he joined the Army Air Corps and received his wings on August 17, 1943. He is credited with 7 aerial kills. His P-51 Mustang was known as Gentleman Jim. Cool fact about that Mustang, team owner Jack Rauschier has restored that P-51 Mustang. On February 9th, 1945, Captain Jim was reported missing in action. But he went down in a fierce dogfight with an ME-262, which is German Messerschmitt, that is one of the first jet airplanes that the Germans had, and he was killed, unfortunately, in a mid-air collision with one of those. But still, the names on these cars honoring these guys that gave the last full measure of devotion for our country.
Unbelievable here, and across the entire garage, a big NASCAR initiative here, 600 miles of remembrance, and we're all trying to be a part of this here because it's a beautiful thing that NASCAR is doing here. As we look at Austin Dillon, this number 3 Cheerios machine here. Gil Martin, crew chief, was just over here a little while ago, standing around the back of the car. And the number 38 here of David Gilliland, and a very special soldier on the front of this car right here. And of course, Mike Abe. First comment of the first person in the chat room, I believe that is, pole position for Mike Abe, and says, "Can I still please see the number 38 of David Gilliland?" And there is the number 38 with the unknown soldier on the front of this car. Very special indeed.
You know, that's the 3rd Infantry Regiment. They're known as the Old Guard. These are the guys that guard the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Arlington Cemetery. If you haven't had a chance to get up there, go do it. It is one of the most coolest things you can see.
And there is a member of this team that's a U.S. Marine Corps veteran who they were wondering who they were going to put on this car. And some of the people that he had lost when he was a Marine out in battle, he could not remember a few of the names, and they were thinking about it, and they were like, you know, what better person to pay tribute to than the unknown soldier? So that's a beautiful, beautiful tribute on this number 38 Loves Ford here of David Gilliland. Sam Hornish Jr., the number 9 Twisted Tea, actually coming on board, announcing some more races with them. Trey Tomeno over here, new crew member of this number 51 car. Tomeno's father, a veteran of the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour and former champion himself. Joining this Justin Allgaier team, led by Steve Addington. And right next door, David Reagan, who was just part of a press conference with Charlotte Motor Speedway and the Bojangles Summer Shootout here every Tuesday night during the summers. Bring out the kiddies, have some fun if you're in the Charlotte area, watching some race car drivers and future stars of our sport. Man, David Reagan, one of those graduates. Great to see him, Joey Logano, and others. Daniel Hemrick at the press conference today. See if we could sneak by Russell here on GarageCam. And there's a beautiful new paint scheme of Trevor Bayne, the Avocare machine with a little purple and pink paint scheme going on for Trevor Bayne. I know you guys are populating that chat room right now on NASCAR.com. We'll try to give you some shout-outs and stuff as we go along today. I'm sure I know everybody likes to ask for Smoke's car. Melissa Mudge, have a good day, Matt. I just like watching. Well, You watch and you're in the chat room. I like that, Melissa Mudge. Richard Berries. Hi, y'all. Ready in the middle of Kentucky. All right there, Kentucky. Well, there is the Mobile One, number 14 of Smoke, Tony Stewart. Mobile One, of course, proud sponsors here of NASCAR.com GarageCam. Proud to have Mobile One on board as partners in this show. The number 35, Cole Witt, in this garage. Not many drivers out here right now. It is a little toasty outside, I will say that. So the sun is shining in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's right on the cusp of summertime here in the Carolinas. Some of the most beautiful weather that we do have. But in the day, sometimes that sun can kiss you a little bit, get you a little hot. But beautiful weather here for this weekend for racing here on Memorial Day weekend. Brett Moffitt, the number 34. The Matt DiBenedetto machine rolling out right here. You see all the tributes on the windshield of these cars. Tommy Baldwin Racing entry right here of Alex Bowman. Right alongside Alex Kennedy, the number 33. But look at the special paint scheme alongside. Some great special paint schemes in Charlotte for the All-Star race usually. And for this 600 weekend, and Landon Castles right here takes the cake, in my opinion here. A beautiful paint scheme here. From a distance, just looks like a textured American flag, but up close, you see so many pictures. Snap Fitness on board. Snap Nation. Put some snapshots down there and a little American tribute here on Memorial Day.
You know what's cool? You see a lot of these names on here, and a lot of these teams have flown in the family members to be here at the race. So it helps with the remembrance when you have the family here to show that these troops, these soldiers are not forgotten, that we care, everybody in the NASCAR community cares. I mean, it's moving to see this stuff on here.
It sure is, for anybody with a love of military, but you know what? For a love of America, if you understand the freedoms that we have as Americans, you can understand what's so great about the 600 miles of remembrance.
And this is the only weekend that they're running these names on these cars, but you see that NASCAR salute sticker on the side of the cars. That's running through the 4th of July in Daytona, and this is kicking off NASCAR salutes. You know, it's NASCAR's way of saying thank you to all of our troops, past, present, and future.
A new look right here for Josh Wise's number 98 machine, Royal Teak on board. For Josh Wise. Mike Bliss's number 32. We're almost halfway through this garage. We haven't even seen any drivers yet. What's the deal? It is a little toasty. It is a little bit warm outside. I think I see one right now. Maybe we can hop over and see Matt DiBenedetto maybe. I know Debo loves being on GarageCam. I think I see Debo. Actually, right here, I see Jeb Burton walking across. Let's see if we can talk to Jeb Burton here live on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Man, red, white, and blue. Hope for the Warriors on your fire suit there in a very special weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, man. It's really cool. BK Racing's allowing us to have Hope for Warriors on my suit. I'm going to be running this suit for a couple weeks, so appreciate everything the military's done for us. We got Estes on board, too, this week, so look forward to having a good run for them, too.
How cool is it? I know you're a rookie and stuff, and getting your feet wet in Cup to be part of a beautiful initiative like 600 Miles of Remembrance with all the names of fallen soldiers on the front of these race cars.
Yeah, it's very special to give a little something back to those heroes of America. So it's going to be a tough day for us. We got to qualify in the top 36 to get our car in the show. It's 48 cars here, so a bunch of cars are going home. So hopefully we've got enough speed. I feel really good about this car. It's a different car than we brought last week, so we'll go try to get it done.
All right, Jeb Burton, we appreciate you joining us on NASCAR.com GarageCam. And we just saw Trevor Bayne pass us on by. Let's see if we can catch up to TB. We got our running shoes on, folks. Come on. And we'll see if we can catch up to Trevor Bain right here walking, talking with Charles Lewandowski, the NASCAR Xfinity Series driver right there, Chalu, and there is Trevor Bain. And all right, Trevor, big weekend here. We've been talking about the 600 miles of Remembrance and everybody running that deal on their car, and it's a pretty special deal, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's cool to get to race on Memorial Day weekend. We normally run a red, white, and blue car every weekend, but this weekend we've got our patriotic pink and purple, I guess. So kind of funny that we're running that paint scheme on Memorial Day weekend, but we do have a fallen soldier's name on our windshield, and you know, it's great to be able to honor those families because that's who we're honoring. And we just really appreciate their support and appreciate everybody that's willing to do whatever it takes to protect the country that thinks worth it.
And I'll tell you what, this weekend is about that, but it's also about having fun. We're in a home race kind of here in Charlotte, and the other night, saw you and the wife over at GoPro Motorplex with a little 600, and you were out there wheeling it too.
Yeah, it was really fun, man. We enjoy racing when it's not for points or for stress. So we get to go out there and beat bang a little bit, have some fun, and I tell you though, when it started raining, I didn't know what I was doing, so it fell apart. But before that, it was going really good.
Glad we don't race in the rain here.
That's right.
All right, we'll see you, Trev. Trevor Bain and those boys put on a good show at the little 600 GoPro Motorplex the other day. The rains came right before the feature event, and it was a wet race, kind of like Formula One does, you know, and all that. So running out in the rain, so very entertaining to say the least was that. And of course, the spotters race beforehand, won by Tyler Green, spotter of the number 43 of Eric Amarola. DRL 14 fan, I agree with Jeb Burton. Sunday is the greatest day in racing. Well, there you go. It was good to see Jeb Burton on NASCAR.com GarageCam. We haven't had him on in a little while. Hernandez on the side of this car. I'd love to talk to JJ about that. I wonder if that's a family connection, actually.
Well, give me 1 second. I'll see if I can pull it up on my.
Hey, that's why we have Chuck Bush. He's the all-knowing.
I'm
Chuck Bush.
multitasking.
We salute you on the front of this car right here, and of course, Hope for Warriors on the side of this BK Racing machine. The BK Racing team's doing their best to not only just put the name on the front of the car, but do their best to do as much as they can for different foundations.
It is a team connection. Lance Corporal Jose A. Hernandez, killed in combat December 14th, 2010, serving in Operation Enduring Freedom. Jose was a friend of Kate Fagley, manager of public relations and digital strategies for BK Racing.
Yeah, that is awesome.
19 years old, 1st Battalion, 8th Marines, 2nd Marine Division, 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force, Camp Lejeune. Died in Helmand Province, Afghanistan.
Great to see the tributes, though, to those who, you know, people think they're forgotten. They're not forgotten. You know, the soldiers that paid the ultimate price are remembered here on a beautiful weekend in Charlotte, North Carolina, with a bunch of colorful race cars celebrating. Corporal Russell on the front of this car. The Michael McDowell machine just started up. I just felt that wind blow from the exhaust pipe on my foot. Boy, did it feel good. You gotta love the noise here. We got great microphones so you can still hear me, but I'll tell you what, it is fired up and loud here in the NASCAR garage area.
You know, the 21 car, right here, the Wood Brothers, famous out of Stewart, Virginia. They are representing Corporal Jonathan Bowling, who is a Stewart, Virginia native. So honoring their hometown, dedicated his life. He was a police officer and a firefighter. Put himself in harm's way to protect the community. He was in the United States Marine Corps.
And a great picture right there, too. Look at that.
That is actually...
Oh, is that? Oh, who was that?
The 19 car. That is Navy Seaman Lynn A. Thrasher. So when we get over to a 19 car, we can
There's
come back.
the Brendan Gaughan, number 62 right there.
Now, do you see Brendan anywhere?
No, if you look back, we'll look at the 62 car right here. Brendan Gaughan, the crew working on this machine, trying to make it in the show. This is going to be a tough deal to make it into this show. Like Jeb Burton said, a whole host of cars here, one of the biggest fields we've had all year in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. So qualifying will be very interesting for some of these guys. that typically maybe are qualifying from 30th on back really have a lot of added additional pressure this weekend on them to put these cars in the field. It's not a gimme that you're going to show up and make it in this field this weekend. Qualifying is a premium, so you're going to see a lot of people focusing on qualifying trim in practice.
Speaking of a premium, we are at the halfway point. We are halfway through this Cup Garage Cam.
And Travis Quapple returning to the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series here in this number 39. I'm looking for
Brendan?
For Brendan Gaughan, where his trailer is.
Because he had a hand in picking the name that was on his car. So
That's the thing about NASCAR.com GarageCam, folks. If you know, we're behind the scenes here, full out behind the scenes here. We don't really have much set up on the show, so we really want to give you that first-person feel of you are walking into the garage with a hot pass, and you get to see what we would see on a typical day. And, you know, we'll give you the opportunity to talk to some of your favorite drivers when we see them, of course, but it's a first-person look inside the garage.
I see a driver. Number 21, Mr. Ryan Blaney.
Here's your number 21 of Ryan Blaney, who's already a big winner this weekend at the Little 600, man. You did pretty well out there.
Oh, I appreciate it. It's a cool event Justin Marks and GoPro Motorplex put on. That was really neat. And to go out there and be a defending winner feels pretty good. I got bragging rights till next year. It rained too. That threw in a cool little variable to it. So hopefully that, you know, gives us
inside and probably helped you out.
That's right. Gives us great momentum for this weekend. You know, the team did a great job back at the race shop to get that go-kart ready. And I think they applied it to this Wood Brothers car, so we're excited.
All right, man, you have a good one right there. Ryan Blaney rushing off to get to his car, the Wood Brothers number 21 machine. And Jeff Green will be in this number 30 Chevrolet right here, the SS. Chase Elliott's number 25, Napa Auto Parts machine. Hit it out. Now, there's so many cars here this weekend that the garage areas are full. So Lisa Smokestad, Lance McGrew, this whole crew right here. Well, yeah, Kenny Francis, all of them. They're working underneath the tent here, kind of old school, like we used to do at the short tracks across America. Kenny Francis talking to representatives of PFC Brakes. And there's Lisa Smokestad, tire extraordinaire, tire expert on the number 25 machine. Let's roll. And we welcome Jonathan Merriman, new guy. We're just going to call him right now.
New guy.
New guy.
The new guy.
New guy. How you doing, new guy? He's going to be joining us.
And you know what's great is he can't hear us right now because his IFB
isn't working. IFB isn't working, so we can talk all sorts of stuff about Jonathan. But he's new to the NASCAR.com family, so welcome to him.
And you go from the old over there leaning up against the tire, Alan Cavana.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
To the new.
Well, Alan has moved on to Fox Sports 1, so we can congratulate Alan Cavana. Obviously looking a little lost, or I think he might be going to the restroom, but that's okay. Hey, let's look at the new paint scheme aboard Kyle Busch's number 18 this weekend. Skittles on board the number 18. We saw a video of this car getting wrapped on NASCAR.com. So many videos. It's not just GarageCam. Make sure you check out the FedEx preview show, all the different things, the weekend schedule, race center. Isa King. Hi, everybody. Talk to Rowdy, please. Long Beach, California, says Lisa King. Let's go inside this garage here and see if we can. And there is Casey Mears. About to talk with the digger, AJ Allmendinger, here in the garage area. Carl Edwards strapping into his number 99 Subway machine. And there is Carl Edwards.
And this is the Seaman Lynn Thrasher on the windshield. That's who we were looking at earlier. That sailor served on LST 827 in the South Pacific from 1944 until the end of World War II.
And Carl Edwards strapping into his car, ready to head to the track for practice session number 1 here for the Coca-Cola 600 weekend, of course, with a little extra incentive on his windshield. Carl Edwards still has yet to get a 600 win, Coca-Cola 600 win, but I'll tell you what, he's pretty stout. This racetrack got an all-star win, and this guy right here, okay, you may not have a 600 win yet, but do you realize you have the best average finish in a 600 of any competitor out there?
Wow.
With 9th? Pretty good.
I always wanted to be average, the best at being average. Or no, I didn't know that. This track's been real tough, but we have had some good runs. The problem I'm having right now is it appears that I'm still growing in some areas. So trying to get the seatbelt to fit.
Working out, the muscle mass is just built so much. That's
yeah,
what it is,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
No, something's not right in the seat, but who knows? That could make me faster, you know, if that's tighter. But
well, you guys are racing for wins and all that stuff, but we're racing for something a lot more special this week. The names that are on the front of these race cars, 600 miles of remembrance. It's a beautiful thing.
yeah, so this is cool. We have all these liberties and freedoms, and people have fought to protect them. And Lynn Thrasher is my Aunt Terry. I call her my Aunt Terry. She's like my second mom. Her father is an amazing man. He served in World War II, Battle of Okinawa. He had shells going over his head for 14 straight days and nights. He got shrapnel. He said he was picking it out of his head for 15 years, but just a super guy, huge race fan. So we've got Seaman Thrasher's name on the car, and it's really an honor to represent him, being the man that he was.
Thank you, man. That is awesome. We appreciate it. Thank you, Carl Edwards. Beautiful story right there, and a personal connection. And that's what's so great about this. NASCAR is giving some of these teams the opportunity to have personal connections, and absolutely awesome right there for Carl Edwards to be able to do something that means so much right there. And there's AJ Allmendinger on GarageCam rolling by us, and Casey Mears about to walk out to his car. How many more minutes we got there, Chuckles? Casey Mears, of course, former winner, Charlotte Motor Speedway here. And the Dinger climbing into his number 47. Definitely the winner of the best intro the other night. And there's the new daddy. Kyle Busch right there walking throughout the garage area here in the Skittles ride. A big congratulations, of course, to Kyle Busch and Samantha on the birth of Brexton Busch. Of course, he and Brad Keselowski welcoming new members to their family this weekend, and oh, what a beautiful thing it is to see families blossoming here in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series garage. And an awesome thing. Kyle Larson already strapping into his number 42, Danica Patrick. We got to roll. We got a lot of cars to show here on NASCAR.com, including the number 15 machine.
Yeah, the number 15 machine, First Lieutenant Dale Boyer, won the
You
Purple
recognize
Heart.
the name.
Yeah, won the Purple Heart, Bronze Star, and Distinguished Service Cross for his extraordinary heroism while fighting in the Army in Germany during World War II.
A great personal tribute there for his grandfather. He said never got to meet him, but
Here comes Clint Boyer walking up here in a minute, it looks like.
and Denny Hamlin's number 11 right here alongside. And there is Clint Boyer.
And I believe you guys talked to him the other day about his grandfather that's on the hood of the car. And will be on NASCAR.com.
You will be able to see that on NASCAR.com. Clint Boyer, another personal tribute. Ryan Newman, that's number 31, Quicken Loans machine. Paul Menard, as we kind of motor on through here so we can get to the meat of the sandwich over here. Some of the top 10 cars as we pass Paul Menard and Eric Amarola. And the Casey Kane's machine right here. Casey Kane, a multi-time winner of the Coca-Cola 600. Of course, Hendrick Motorsports, so successful here. Leah Bartlett, this West Virginia Casey Kane fan, wants to see her boy Casey Kane. And oh, Hendrick, the domination here. Hendrick Motorsports, Charlotte, 18 wins at Charlotte Motor Speedway, including several Coca-Cola 600s. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Darrell Waltrip, Kenny Schrader, Terry Labonte, and there is Kurt Busch. Schrader won one for him. Terry Labonte, who just got inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame, winning with Hendrick here at Charlotte. Casey Mears, who we saw before, and Casey Kane. So noticeably absent from that. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wants to get his first win here. But here is Jeff Gordon, the, I believe, 4-time winner here at the Coca-Cola 600, or a 3-time winner at the Coca-Cola 600. Cody Baker, can I please see Jeff Gordon's 24 car? Like how he is honoring the fallen soldier with his name on the front roof of his car. And there is the Jeff Gordon machine.
Yeah, it's the family will be attending of Army Chief Warrant Officer Stanley Harriman. Died March 2nd, 2002, serving in Operation Enduring Freedom. 3rd Battalion, 3rd Special Forces Group Airborne, Alpha Company, Operational Detachment Alpha 372. He was the first Operation Enduring Freedom casualty from Fort Bragg.
The car's already starting to roll out here for practice. Here comes Jeff Gordon's car. Jeff Gordon's car rolling out there. Brad Keselowski, the new dad in town. He and Kyle Busch strapping into his car. Corporal Anaya on the front of that Miller Lite, Blue Deuce. That's such a great job honoring military. Brad Keselowski with his DKR racing team. And as well here with the Penske boys. Oh, we've already seen a bunch of cars roll out early here on GarageCam. So all of you Joey Logano fans, we won't be able to show you Joey Logano's car. Or Jimmy Johnson, the 4-time winner here. Jimmy Johnson hunting for that 5th win here in the Coca-Cola 600 to try to tie Darrell Waltrip, the all-time winner of Coca-Cola 600s. Kevin Harvick, a winner of the Coca-Cola 600 before. Tigra, Matt, can I get a shout out and a glimpse inside the office of Kevin Harvick? Well, there is Kevin Harvick putting on the Anheuser-Busch helmet. Beautiful, beautiful hat there, right there for Kevin Harvick. Bakersfield, California driver and former winner of this 600. Wants to do it again. Who doesn't? It's the 600, baby. It's one of the, I'd say like the crown jewel races, if you would pick, of NASCAR, for sure. Some of the cars rolling out right now.
The one that we missed was the number 78 car. Edwin Penn was a casualty in Vietnam in 1968. He served with team owner Barney Visser, won the Bronze Star, Purple Heart, and Vietnam Service Medal.
That is pretty cool right there, Chuck Busch. Chuck Busch, somebody that has a true passion for the military as well. And there is, we'll show you inside the office of Kevin Harvick right here, getting strapped in, ready for practice session number 1 here for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Kurt Busch is number 41 right over here. Putting the hood pins on this puppy right here. Squeak over here, give you a good look at Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s number 88 Chevrolet with Sergeant Miller on the front of this machine, the Nationwide 88. 600 miles of remembrance this weekend, a beautiful tribute by all these race car drivers and all these teams here in the Sprint Cup Series garage. And there is Dale Earnhardt Jr. at the back of his Nationwide number 88 Chevrolet. Practice session about to start here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We got to get going here on NASCAR.com GarageCam, but make sure you tune in. Coca-Cola 600 on Fox, 6 p.m., 400 laps, 600 miles of grinding endurance. Like I said before, this is a race that you can consider a crown jewel in NASCAR. As far as people who love the history of the sport, they all look to the 600. It's endurance. Endurance for the driver, endurance for the team, endurance for the equipment here. It's the ultimate test of man and machine. It's the Coca-Cola 600, and it's on Fox, 6 p.m. Make sure you tune in. I'm Matthew Dillner for NASCAR.com GarageCam, and until next time, We'll see you at the races.